Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, you can mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we get into our practice session, we'll take few minutes to understand how this practice can help for our life and how it can help for our development of awareness, or how it brings the profitable skills to our mind. So as you know, from the beginning of human history, the people used to exchange things and brought a value to this outside material. That value we name as currency. So each and every material things has a value. And so gold and some of other irons and gems, people used to exchange time to time. And then people start to create coins out of that irons. And then we came to paper notes. And then after that, we came to a point to use credit cards, plastic, and the microchips. And now we are in an era that we use crypto. So now you can see from beginning to now, we came a journey. It's always, it transforms the currency, the outside layer, but still we exchange the value the same. So only thing is we bring something and replace this outside currency to maintain the same value. So it doesn't matter you use the gold or any other ions or any other paper or any other plastic or the microchips or any kind of crypto, maybe you use the same value system. And still, it keep going, and in the future, something else will come. So this currency has a certain kind of power, which we call value. So that value you can use. And when you use it, you can use it to gain something. And at the same time, there is a very nature when it comes to currency or the money, you can use the currency, you can use the value to increase the value. You increase the amount of value. That is something. Then, even though people use the currency, the money, very few people use that technique. That means, so whatever the money you have, maybe $1, $2, or $100. Then how about you? There is the ability you can use the $100 and you can bring something and then you can spend it. That's what most of people does. But there is a way, there is a skill that you can develop. You can use the $100 to increase it to 150 or maybe $101, $150 or $200, or maybe. There is a skill you can develop. I don't know that, but I still keep looking for that. But I know there is a way. You can use that $100 to create $1 million. There is a way that you can use. Only thing is we don't know it. We didn't find it. So, but the principle is here. The currency you can use to bring more value. So then why I brought this today? Because when it comes to our spiritual life, this practice itself is like you earning a currency, your spiritual currency. This is your spiritual practice. So this is a moment kind of like you use the currency, your spiritual currency, not to spend for something, because that very life come to you as a result of your spiritual currency or the value of your spiritual life. Another way we call it karma, or the vasana or avasana. So the vasana means the good side of life, avasana means the negative side of life. So both has a deeper relationship, interconnection, and it always moving like yin and yang, like day and night, up and down, high and low. So black and white, it's always synchronizing and depending each other. But our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind happen as a result of our previous actions. That's why it happened in the mother's womb. So you are already complete person before even you see the sunlight. And your brain already developed to a certain level even before you experience this outside world. So how it happened? It happened as a result of your spiritual currency that you earn from your previous lives. So once we have come to this, so it's kind of like a pool. It's like you come to a kind of like a stock market. So now you have certain currency in you, and you come to the market. Now you are put to your currency on the table with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind experience. And then can you double the value, or you can spend it? If you want to double the value, in a certain level, what will happen? That value going to take you to develop the clarity. That is the power of the spiritual currency. It develops your awareness. It takes you out of the ignorance, the greed and the hatred, delusion, and brings the clarity to you. So meditation is one of the best way that you can spend, invest your spiritual currency. So that's why, remember, while you're practicing, even every day, few minutes, you sit like this yourself. So deeply, it's kind of like you investing your spiritual currency. And in that very moment, you know that in the outside world, in economy, we name it called investor. So when you use your currency to gain something, we call the investor. But in the spiritual world, we have a different name for that. Seeker. So you become a seeker in this moment. When you become a seeker, that means you available to wisdom. When you become a seeker, just understand this very carefully and be with me and try to get it. When you become a seeker, even for a moment, you slowly transform your ordinary human life to something else, which is higher than this conventional level of currents. When you become seeker, that is the best reward you gain as an ordinary person. Seeker. So you, in the ancient time, this another identity for that is called ascetic. So when you start to follow ascetic lifestyle, you are available for the next moment. You don't carry any dogma, idea, believing system in you. You become totally free, independent person from your own thoughts and belief system, and you are available to the next moment. So that is the quality of the seeker. So when you sit for meditation, you have to have that quality in you. Be available for the next moment. When you're able to do that, you're totally start to change. So, and as you know, sometimes you go to certain places like a theme park or vacation place or hiking. So like that, you go to certain place. When you go to like a new place, deeply your brain start to react in a different way. That's why you feel good. That's why people going place to place to enjoy deeper biochemical reaction. So if you really get into the moment, remember, it's like you don't need to go place to place like to experience that. You don't need to visit a different place or the country to get that experience. While you close your eyes, breath by breath, deeply, you can tune to that nature. Your mind start to experience that newness. So in our human mind, in our human life, in ordinary life that we all are looking for something. We have desires, we have will, we like to go for something. And we are born go and getters in different ways. We have different things. And some try to go and get food. So, and some people go and get sex, and some people go and get whatever the pleasure they want. Some people get the material things, and some people go and get whatever other people have. So whatever you have, and some people believe it should be mine. So that it doesn't matter whatever they have. So people have that kind of nature. So we have this. We have it inbuilt inside us. And another way, that's why when you have that, you feel so good. It's another way that your brain start to pump so much, create so much dopamine. And we are addicted to that biochemical reaction. And that's why we keep repeating again and again and again and again, and we go and get things. Because when that your brain release dopamine, you feel like, wow, like victory. So that's the very nature of us. But the thing is, when you become seeker, what happens? When you become seeker, so now you slowly start to transform that nature to look into inside, not go with this outside. So then your biochemical reaction start to change in a certain way. Rather than it releasing towards the outside the body, your dopamine start to reverse and go into your entire the physical system inside you. It is not go beyond your body. That creates a certain kind of energy in you. Once you start to develop that circle, it's kind of like you create in that whatever the energy you create, start to use it to develop the energy inside you. You invest it to inside you. Then itself, each and every cell start to strengthen out of it. And what happens then? And day by day, whatever you experience going to become sharp and clear. And when it becomes sharp and clear, that clarity uplifts you. Even in a family, if the one person practice that way, then that person going to become totally different. And the physically also going to be different. So if you invest that, that the biochemical energy to eat, it's nothing wrong with that. But what happens when in a certain level, if you develop the awareness, you can see that through the person. And if you use it for sex, the most of the 90% of the world, that's where we interfere, reproduct. And then what happens? And your energy start to transform to something, and you become a different person. And when a person interfere with too much sex, and you can see. And with the money also the same. When you have so much interference with the greed, and you become somebody else, then you can see it. And when you so much interfere with the other lifestyles, like getting to work and always keep working, and you are addicted to work, so like that way, then what happens? And your this biochemical reactions start to go with that. So what I want to say, that You look for liberation, you look for transformation, you look for inner freedom. But in the very beginning, if you look for your spiritual development, in the beginning, you have to clean your biochemical system. How you can do that? Tuning to certain behavior yourself. You take a conscious decision, and then you start to behave with the food. It is not a kind of like you, oh, I don't eat this, or I don't, you become very conscious. And you start to build up a greater, strong relationship, awareness. So I'll tell you an example, and then you can do it, and then you will see. So what is this? So it's like this. There is some food you want to eat. So you are so hungry. And then this food looks so good, and the smell is so good. So now all the conditions is, 100% positive to eat that. You are hungry, and you are in a nice place to eat, that everything there, the table is ready, the food already ready, 100% is, cooked, and everything is the smell is so good, and it look nice, so tasty. Okay, now your whole body start to react in a certain way. Why? Because the main reason you are hungry, and now you want to eat. So you can test it, and you will see how it happens. And now your whole body start to react in a certain way, each and every cell. Maybe you feel like in the surface level, you feel like, oh, eat, go and get. Take it. So you are so into that. In that very moment, so when the smell comes, so now the smell is react to your hunger, and then that the hunger is the main. So you go with it. When the smell comes, rather than that eating, the intention of eating, you turn that intention and you start to focus to the smell, and try to understand the smell. You completely start to tune to something else. The food that you saw as a very nice and tasty, and start to tune to something. And all the hunger that you had to go eat, start to tune to different level of vibration, awareness. Only thing what you need to do, you just shift your awareness. Rather than eating and thinking about eating, you start to catch the smell and see what the smell. So our intention, understand very carefully, our intention was towards the food. Now you go to the smell, nose consciousness. You tune to that and try to, whatever you had experienced, you start to catch it through the smell. You're going to get something. So you can try it. You can apply to anything. And anything in your life. So whatever you want, you have so much desire to get it. So once you are there, and try to recognize that the smell And the other thing is the sensation. So as example, you go to the girlfriend or the boyfriend, and then you get the sensation. So you have so much desire to get into the person, but you tune to the sensation. You start to get totally different kind of understanding. That is what the same thing happened in you, but you didn't see it. So you have the meditation is a method. Slowly, natural, step by step, take you to tune to that. So that understanding that you gain out of observing and disconnecting from the craving or the desire or the go and getter nature, that wisdom you gain is beyond that our perception what exists as nature. So that is the layer that you have to break down. But in ordinary life, who's going to do that? When you are hungry, when you have the food ready on the table, who's going to think about the smell? Who's going to, tackle the smell? Who's going to kind of like, that the break down the smell, and who's going to hijack the smell? Just go and eat. But once you start to recognize that, so as example, the food is look good and you try to get it and you try to eat it. So then in that food, there is something not good for you. Maybe doctor said, don't eat this, it is not good for your body. So like that, there is something. So when you look, because of the hunger and the craving, the environment, when you look and you don't see that, you don't know. But if you're able to tune to the smell come out of the food, right away, your body recognizes there is something not going to work for you. See, that's mean what? I gave one example. So even with the relationship also the same. Environment with the same. If you're able to get into the very touch, rather than go with the emotions or the go and get a nature, if you tune to the sensation, you will recognize one day this is not going to work for me. And that is, that wisdom already with you, but only thing we not capable to catch it. We're not capable to catch it. Why? Because we are interfering with the outside desires. So that means there is something you can unlock with your own experience. You can do it only by present moment. But most of us, what happened, once you have to hear this, or maybe once you read from the books or listen from something, or maybe you have the wisdom to know, oh, there is something that we can catch. And there is something we can understand beyond the nature. So what we do, mostly we trying to get it through analyzing our past, visualizing our future. That doesn't work. It's kind of like assumption. You come to assume, just looking for the patterns. But this is nothing to do assume. This is what you're going to see, you're going to experience it. That is where it becomes 100% real for you. It is not a kind of like an illusion. It's not created by mind, no. So there's something you can. So most of us, not real who we are. Our true nature is disconnect from something, maybe because of the food, because of the people, because of the environment, because of unknown, unnecessary interference with the work. And we are so busy, we have different lifestyle, and because of those things, we are not the real people. We are just somebody that's trying to maintain things. But in the very first level, if you want to to get out of the self, in the very first level, find out this real nature inside you. Without finding out, how you can get out of it? So in the very first level, you have to see what is this self, and be very clear with that. Get out of this old emotional barrier, or get out of the go and get a nature. And don't allow your brain to go with the desires, like just whatever the ordinary people do. So you have the energy, you need something from inside your brain. Your human brain has capability to bring all the energy and all the biochemical reactions to take you until you attain the Nibbana. See, you don't need any multivitamin, you don't need any mushrooms, you don't need any kind of DNA change or anything from outside. You don't need to take any intake. Only thing is sharp, clear your awareness. In the very first level, have a discipline yourself and see what you want out of the day. When you wake up right away, if you know that, and just it will make you more. So when you wake up, you have to have a reason with your life. Don't go and look here and there. Don't follow others. Don't wait for something. You are capable to build your very next moment. And sometimes we think, oh, that there are reasons, things happen because of reasons, or there is a meaning for life, and so like that. There are people born to something. Maybe there are people born to something. Like Prince Siddhartha, he born to attain to the Nibbana, but he also had two choices, like the astrologers told. And he able to become the one of the great empire for the world, and also the Buddhahood. So what does that mean? Not exactly for one thing. So then you no need to caught up with life. It is your choice in the moment that what you want. That is the reason for your life. So then come to a very conscious decision, and with your whole life experience, and look, not already surrender to what happened to you, but get out of that and start to look yourself what you want out of your next moment. Have very clear answer for you. Don't have that answer for because of somebody or something. So like that, you have to have the answer just for you. If you have that answer, it will help you to clear yourself. When you have that clarity, and it will help you to see things very clearly, and that will make your, even if you want to do it for your ordinary life, that will make your life very, very clear. And then if you want to develop it to your spiritual path, And you have to have very clear understanding out of this spiritual practice, what you really want. So most of us do things, but we don't have a very clear answer. We just try to, go with things. We like to experience things here and there, but we don't have very clear answer for that. But in the very beginning, you have to get that answer for you. You no need to do it for somebody. Another thing is, I cannot give that answer for you. I can make it for myself, and you have to do it for you. The only thing is, we can share this like this way, and I can help like that. That is the only thing. But you have to first come to your own answer. So from there, your journey going to become more and more easy. And even that it become difficult, that difficulty going to become more joyful, and the journey itself going to become more beautiful. But out of that all, finding the answer for you, what you want out of this, is the most difficult thing, even for the conventional life, even for the spiritual path. So when you have time, and spend some time for that, and be very clear with that, and then you will see that you are ready for the path. And you heard, when the student ready, the teacher will appear. When the seeker ready, the Buddha will appear. So like that, all the necessary tools are there with you. Only thing is, bring that everything and sharp it and make it very clear and use it. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. Your right palm on your left, and make it straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Supateva, or may I be well and happy, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. Just recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Being Chua, frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also by the power of this meritorious act, may all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjisami idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahan hotu Sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.